I just can't get over, Michael, the Albanese government granting 680 visas in 6 weeks to Palestinians with some unspecified connection to Australia, people in many cases living under or next to or even with the Hamas terrorist group, who knows, which runs Gaza, and granting those visas almost immediately. Isn't it true that the chances of proper scrutiny checking of those 680 applications in that short period of time, 860, got that wrong, 860 in that short time, proper security checks very low?
Well, I agree with you, Andrew, and let's make it all clear. This is not because they're Palestinians. It's because we're not confident that the process itself has been undertaken. There may be legitimate reasons. And remember, there are Christian Palestinians too, a small number, but a reasonably large community in Australia. Now, this allegedly is due to family relationships. I just want to make the point. Some of those people that were in front of the Opera House, I hope they aren't related to that family that was calling out gas the Jews. I mean, clearly we want scrutiny, and I think that's the issue. And the way this has been handled is appalling. It's they haven't come out and explained the reasons for it. They haven't created any framework for people to be able to scrutinise this. And the other thing I found really galling was to hear the foreign minister claim that there was some sort of equivalence by allowing Jews to come into Australia, Israelis. That's an absurd position to take. I mean, Israel's a liberal democracy, and clearly those people wouldn't be having the sort of views that some of the people that are likely to come out of Gaza have. So I think that was a pathetic attempt to justify her position. I think what they need to do is be transparent. There needs to be a press conference tomorrow with some assurances that ASIO and the other agencies have actually vetted these people.
Well, I just don't see how that is remotely possible. Now, I get that what you say, that some might be Christians coming out sponsored by Christians here, but seriously, Garth, what do you make of this? I mean, Wong's excuse, look, I gave twice as many visas to Jews, to Israelis. I mean, seriously, who worries about Israelis coming here?
Well, let's be clear. What this provides us is a great opening into the thought process of this Labor government. It's all about identity politics. The idea that someone's race, religion, creed, whatever is the important factor. What's important is that we have processes in place to keep Australia safe. That's what's important. Our government put those processes in place. All Labor had to do was follow them. That's all they had to do. We've got them in place. What matters is that the government commits to its responsibility, its first responsibility of looking after Australia. It hasn't done that. And I would point out this is the second failure under Clare O'Neill's magnificent leadership in her portfolio in the matter of a couple of weeks. This is clearly the weak link in this Albanese government in immigration, home affairs. And I think we're going to see this unravel further, unfortunately. There's so many questions to ask. Why they've chosen to do this at this time now? Has process been followed? And what steps have been taken to ensure that Australians are being kept safe?